What is going on, Ada Nation? Welcome to Dapp Central. I'm your host here, Fareed. Today, as always, we're breaking down all of the latest news and updates going on in Cardano. Now, the entire crypto space continues to heat up, with Bitcoin briefly breaking over into 38K. And over the course of the last month or so, there's just been heightened activity within the blockchain and crypto space, as well as within Cardano. So the very first thing I want to jump into as a part of today's video is going to be some news surrounding World Mobile. They're aiming to connect the unconnected through their global sharing economy. Now, following that, I want to jump into some news pieces surrounding Indigo. In my last Cardano scoop, I highlighted the fact that the proposal in order to increase the IUSD collateral ratio was currently under voting. That has officially ended. So I want to not only touch on the results, but also on some of the potential CDPs that could be liquidated if they're not updated within the next couple of days. On top of that, we also have the proposal for Indigo Protocol V2, which is available online right now or on chain, which I also want to briefly discuss. Following that, we've got miscellaneous updates coming in from Encoins. They're going to be launching on the mainnet on the 30th of this month. We've also got the DexHunter protocol launching what they call their order book mode. We've also got Cherrylend coming online on the mainnet. And then we've got TeddySwap that actually just launched about 2.5 days ago. As always, if you guys do appreciate videos just like these, highlighting all of the latest updates and builders going on in Cardano, please go ahead and make sure to hit that thumbs up. It definitely does make a difference here on the channel. If you do want to go a step further and support the channel, I would definitely appreciate it if you would consider delegating to the official Dapp Central Stake pool. It's going to be ticker DAPP. I did mention this before, but for anybody who's brand new here to the channel, during epochs number 451 all the way to, I believe, 493, you will be able to earn, on top of your traditional ADA rewards, the Matera token from the Matera ISPO, which is aiming to bring index funds and portfolios into the Cardano network. I've got multiple videos sitting down with Daniel Sampson, their founder. And then I've also got a video reviewing their testnet as well. So go ahead and check that out. And again, I definitely do appreciate your support if you do decide to delegate with the Dapp Central Stake pool. Jumping into the very first topic for today's video, I want to highlight some news around World Mobile. So we're going to start off here with some pretty positive news surrounding the fact that the team did win the Blockchain for Good award at the Cardano Summit. Here we've got Island Omnet as well as Ryan representing the World Mobile team. And I believe they're both actually located in Dubai. So this team had some pretty stiff competition, but this was a very well-deserved award going to a super hardworking team. And I actually want to go ahead and show off some of their latest updates here when it comes to just the expansion of their network. Now, the next piece here is going to be a pretty big piece of news here coming in from World Mobile's founder, aka Mickey Watkins. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of blow this up a little bit. It might still be a little bit hard to read. Let me see if I can actually pull this up in a separate tab. And what this is basically breaking down is the fact that World Mobile has actually had their CIO, which I believe is their chief information officer, who is going to be Josh Watkins, Mickey's brother, actually resign. So it states here, and again, I'm just going to read a couple of these sentences. I'm writing to share some important news with you. And again, this is in Mickey's voice. Josh Watkins, a co-founder of World Mobile, is leaving his current role as CIO of World Mobile to start his own company. Now we're going to jump into the Minutes Network, which is going to be the company that Josh is going to be focusing full-time on here in just a minute. Josh has been an amazing support to me for the past 5 years, and his new venture is expected to complement World Mobile in our global sharing economy. Jumping into the second paragraph, it states, Josh is my brother, not just a co-founder, and our relationship is stronger than ever, despite his departure. Now, this is interesting to me because, again, I didn't realize that Mickey actually had a brother. I've met Mickey on multiple occasions, but I've never actually had the opportunity to meet Josh. Now, that said, his company, Minutes Network, tackles a different sector in the telecoms field than we do, and it's something that will greatly benefit their sharing economy, or the World Mobile sharing economy. So even though Josh is leaving to do his own thing within the telco industry or the telecom industry, this is not going to be a direct competitor to World Mobile. On the other hand, it looks like they could potentially collaborate as the Minutes Network actually grows and matures. Now, Minutes Network is a blockchain-based platform with an aggressive business model that has a genuine chance to create a more efficient and fair market for telecom services. For this reason, I was happy to give my blessings for Josh to leave. Now, in the end there, he basically, again, just kind of rounds things out and states that the World Mobile mission has not been impacted or will not be changing as a result of Josh's departure. So Josh's departure will not affect our vision, mission, or roadmap, as we've already scouted potential candidates for the new CIO role. We continue to connect the unconnected, serve the underserved, and build a sharing economy that will connect everyone everywhere. Together, we're unstoppable. So number one, I appreciate the amount of transparency coming in from the World Mobile team and Mickey. This team does not shy away from difficult pieces of news to break to the community, just like this one. Again, I could only imagine having worked right beside your brother for 5 years to launch such a big project and such a revolutionary project here within Cardano and blockchain, and then to kind of have to split off. Obviously, they're still brothers, so they're going to be interacting with each other, but to not be working together, I'm sure is going to be a big blow to Mickey and Josh. Moving right along, we will have a community update coming in from the team. So if you guys have any questions just surrounding the new CIO role and exactly what this means for the World Mobile project, then feel free to join that X space, which will be taking place on November 30th at 2000 UTC. Now, for those of you wondering about Josh's brand new venture, which is going to be Minutes Network, their official website is available at minutesnetwork.io. Upon just taking a closer look at what they actually are providing, they're going to be dealing with international call termination. Now, for those of you who are just hearing about call termination for the very first time, like I did, this is going to be dealing with the routing of phone calls from one company to another. Now, call termination is also known as voice termination, and call termination is routed through VoIP or Voice over Internet Protocol. This allows long distance calls at a lesser cost than traditional public telephone networks. So interesting to kind of hear about Josh's brand new spinoff, and we definitely wish him the best. It's interesting that just World Mobile is so stacked in terms of people that were deep within the telco or the telecom industry. And again, to see Josh venture out and do his own thing and potentially become a partner of World Mobile, I think is a good sign to see. So I did want to just kick things off with that pretty big piece of news there. If we jump over into WMT Scan and just kind of pivoting back over into focusing on World Mobile, we now have over 1,000 air nodes deployed all across the globe. Now we've got 530 developed or deployed, within Zanzibar, and then we've got 534 within the Pakistan area. What's super amazing is that when Pakistan first came online, they had, I believe, 300 or so air nodes, and they've now surpassed the total number of air nodes deployed compared to Zanzibar. Now, Zanzibar took almost a year and a half, almost 2 years to get to 530, and we've seen Pakistan get all the way to 534 in just a couple of months. So this team's cookie cutter model is definitely working, as we can definitely see that they're able to spin up and deploy in new areas at a much faster pace than ever before. Scrolling down, we've got a total network consumption within the last 24 hours of 6.33 terabyte, which is almost a brand new all-time high. I know that when we just had Zanzibar online, we were somewhere around 1 to 2 terabytes at our all-time high. And since bringing along the Pakistan region, that has now 3x. In terms of the number of unique users, this is the first time that I've ever seen it over 50,000 users. So inching right at about 51,000 users in the last 24 hours. And the network has been up for over 571 days with no downtime. So the World Mobile team is still active. They're still moving forward. And again, make sure to go ahead and join that X space if you have any questions surrounding anything going on with this particular project. As always, if you guys do enjoy these types of videos breaking down all of the latest news going on here in Cardano, I would appreciate you if you could tap that like button. If it's your first time stopping by Dapp Central and you want more content like this, consider subscribing. And last but not least, if you have any questions for anything surrounding Cardano or just the projects that I'm discussing today, then make sure to go ahead and leave a comment down below. Next, I want to jump into some news pieces surrounding the Indigo protocol. So the protocol V2 is now going to be coming up depending on how this vote, which is currently on chain, plans out. Now we're going to jump into the actual votes here in just a minute. I had Daniel Short on the channel about 3 months ago at Rare Evo, and he just kind of wrapped up or summarized all the different upgrades that we can expect to come along with Protocol V2. If we jump over into the official website, this is quite a lengthy document. To be fair, I have not had the time to fully digest everything that is listed here. As you guys will see, it breaks down so many different aspects of the protocol that are going to be revamped. And so for anybody who's a part of the Indigo community, I definitely urge you to head over and to just kind of check this out and then also cast your vote as to whether or not this team should implement the Protocol V2. As it stands right now, I believe this vote will be available until November 30th, so it's open for a total of 5 days. And right now, we've got a whopping 875,000 yes votes, and then we've got 6,651 no votes. So at this point, it doesn't seem like this will actually fail. So moving forward, hopefully within the next couple of months, we'll have Indigo Protocol V2 coming online. Jumping over into this next piece here, I did touch on the fact that the Indigo team also had a separate vote surrounding increasing the collateral ratio for their IUSD. That said, what we have right now is 7 CDPs for IUSD totaling over 1.7 million ADA that are currently going to be liquidated if they aren't updated. So the collateral ratio was at 120%. That has been upgraded to 150%. And we now have 7 CDPs that are below that threshold. I believe that on the 1st of December at 8 p.m. UTC, these CDPs will be liquidated. Now, one of them alone boasts 1.13 million ADA. So if anybody knows who the particular owner of that CDP is, we definitely need to get the word out there. It would be a shame to have somebody get liquidated just for the fact that they just weren't aware of what was actually going on with their position. And again, it's at a 145% collateral ratio. So it's right there on the cusp of actually being a valid CDP. So again, it would really be disheartening for somebody like that to get liquidated when they're so close to actually meeting the minimum collateral ratio. If I jump over into the official website, we can see here that, again, we've got all 7 of these here. And this is the one that I was just referring to, which has over 1.13 million ADA locked as a part of the CDP. So that will do it there for some of the updates surrounding the Indigo protocol as they continue to move through their governance phase. Now, as a part of the last segment here for today's video, I've got quite the mix up here. So we're going to be jumping from project to project in a pretty quick manner here, but let's go ahead and just jump right on in. So first things first, we've got the Encoins mainnet party coming along, and this will be taking place on November 29th at 1800 UTC. We can expect to hear from Vlad, who's going to be their CEO and founder, and this is going to be hosted by Mladen as well as Not Juve. Now they're going to be breaking down everything that this particular privacy protocol is going to be launching on the mainnet on November 30th. If I move over into this next tab, we've got a pretty cool update here coming in from the DexHunter protocol. They're going to be a DEX aggregator building on Cardano, and they're now launching their order book mode. This is going to provide you with a global overview of any of the tokens that you're aiming to trade utilizing the aggregator. Now, this allows for you to place orders directly on the chart. It also allows for you to visualize all limit orders from all of the DEXs, as well as optimize your stop loss order planning. What I really like about this here is that it gives you all of the limit orders from every single DEX, making it very simple for you to kind of manage your entries and exits if you're a much more nuanced trader. Moving over into this next tab, we do have the Cherrylend Mainnet launch, which will be taking place on December 1st. I will be having their lead developer here on the channel. So if you guys have any questions you guys would like for me to post to the Cherrylend team, make sure to go ahead and leave those down below. If you're not familiar, they're going to be a lending and borrowing protocol, allowing you to supply assets in order to earn a yield or utilize your crypto as collateral in order to borrow other crypto assets. Now, some of the features they boast include incentives for users. They'll also have the ability to stake their token in order to earn portions of the revenue earned by the protocol. They're also going to be open source with no VC or private investors. Now, jumping into this next tab, we've got some additional news coming in from the Muesliswap team. Muesliswap is going to be one of the first order book style dexes that launched on Cardano, and they just launched their governance portal, and we also saw them launching their Options Flow platform. Now, Options Flow just launched on the testnet. They actually just launched their V2 version of the testnet, and they're going to be bringing options and contracts over into Cardano. We've also seen them collaborate with Linkage Finance, which is going to be very similar to Matera, as well as the Mace protocol, bringing index funds into Cardano. Now, this update here is basically touching on the fact that there's now going to be 2 brand new flexible staking vaults for Milk token holders, which is going to be the governance token for the Muesliswap platform. So you can now stake your Milk in order to earn the OPT governance token from Options Flow, and you can also stake your Milk in order to earn the Linkage Finance governance token for their index platform. Again, this is available exclusively on the Muesliswap Dex, which is available at muesliswap.com. As we get ready to wind down today's video, we do have the TeddySwap Dex, which is aiming to be the coziest Dex on Cardano, which has officially launched on the main net. So the competition continues to heat up within the Dex space. I did have Alesna Clark, who's going to be their lead off-chain developer, on the channel to talk about everything that they're bringing onto the Dex, which includes, I believe, options in the future. They're also going to have trading competitions and just other really cool features to hopefully make them stand out within the Dex space. Now, this is just their V1. So if I jump over to the website right now, we just have the ability to trade and provide liquidity. In terms of different wallets, we've got the ability to connect quite a few of them here. So we've got Eternal, Nami, Lace, Flint, Wallet Connect, NuFi, Giro, Typhon, Exodus, and Vesper. So quite the list there. And then in terms of tokens, they've got support right now for IBTC and IUSD coming in from the Indigo protocol. They've got SNEC, Encoins, LenFi, CBTC from Aneta BTC, the FACT token from OrcFax, JED, the stablecoin from Cody, CNETA, Cherry, and their own governance token, or the Teddy token. Now, last but not least, they recently did add wallet support for Vesper, which I did just break down there in that list of all separate wallets. Whew. Quite a bit to go through there. I do definitely appreciate you guys sticking around if you made it this far into the video and you found any of these updates to be helpful. As always, I would appreciate you if you could tap that like button. If it's your first time stopping by Dapp Central and you want more content like this, touching on all the developments going on in Cardano, consider subscribing to the channel. Last but not least, if you have any questions surrounding World Mobile, Indigo, Encoins, DexHunter, Cherrylend, Muesliswap, or TeddySwap, then make sure to go ahead and leave a comment down below. That said, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video.